Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to rat an Ishtar and make crap loads of ISK. Um, and I'm also going to show you how to do it in one of the most dangerous parts of space, which is going to be the places where the multiplier is as close to 180% as possible. So, before we get started, I have to leave station and fly down to this system, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, here we go.
Warp drive active.
Now, because the system is so dangerous, you're going to be flying back and forth between sites. The multiplier, so there's a bunch of things you got to worry about in the system. So the multiplier is so high that you're going to be fighting over sites with people. All right, so um, luckily for us, because the war is going on, anybody can use this system. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to use this system. But since I'm able to use this system, and everybody else is able to use this system, I have to fight over the sites with about, I don't know, 7, 8, 15 people. And there's only 3 hordes and about 5 patrols that spawn in this system, so yeah. Sometimes you fly back and forth, which is why I'm going to do this in a super speedy ship. And also we have newts popping in and out constantly. Fleets of up to 40 people come in and fight us all the time, take our ESS, the regular bullshit of Eve. So yeah, let's head over there and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about and how I do it, what fit I use, what makes it so hard to get caught, what makes it almost impossible to lose your ship to a carrier unless you're not paying attention to the NPC spawns. And I'm also going to show you how you could potentially make, okay, so potentially, seeing as you don't have to leave the site in and out all the time because the neutrals are coming in, or you're not flying around constantly because there's too many people in sight, but you can potentially make 120 mil an hour doing this. And that's without sentient spawns and the other, slight goodies you can get from doing these sites. So I'm going to go ahead, take a jump gate here in a sec, and then we'll be in the system. Now, to keep this video from being too boring, alright, so as soon as I show you guys the fittings and I explain how everything works, I'm going to go ahead and do a site if I can. And then put some music on so you guys can listen, my awesome selection of music I got going on here. Probably copyrighted, but I don't give a shit. Fuck it. I don't make money on this channel, so this is just to teach new bros how to play the game, how to potentially make ISK and grow your empire. And as long as I can do that, I'm happy. Alright?
Drive active.
You can subscribe if you want to learn more. Hit me up in the comments section if you have any questions. I'll probably most definitely get back to you. If you're one of my corp guys, hit me up, in chat, and I'll definitely help you guys as much as I can. When it comes to ratting, I know quite a bit. When it comes to mining, I know quite a bit. When it comes to the market, I know quite a bit. As far as PvP goes, probably better go talk to somebody else. I've got a couple decent videos and some flings here and there where I was part of some fleet fights, but aside from that, my experience is pretty limited. So, all right. So here we are. We are in the system. Now, you can probably see what system this is. I'm not hiding anything, but it's not because I don't care. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, so depending on how long this video takes, I'll end up showing you guys my computer setup because I got a pretty wicked computer setup here. Give you guys an idea of how to set up your rig if you want a specific Eve rig. So I feel like mine's about as optimized for Eve as you could possibly get. Even though I only use one account, I could, potentially have 7, 8 accounts running, and I wouldn't really notice much of a difference as far as complications. Okay, so let's go here. Change into the ship. I'm sorry about how long it took for us to get this far, but for some reason I decided to start the video when I was, a couple systems away, so apologize for that. Okay, so for this, you're going to want to use an Ishtar, alright? Everybody knows, or you should know, Ishtar is the best, okay? It takes a little while to skill into the Ishtar, but once you do, you'll be glad you did it. And go ahead into fittings here. Now the reason I use the Ishtar is because its align time is fantastic as far as routing ships go. Even with the Afterburner on, you still have an align time of, hold on, let me go ahead in the simulation here. So you'll still have an align time of 8 seconds, which is enough to save your ass when a carrier spawns in. It's enough to save your ass when neutrals come in. So it's very good. Anything over 10, you're kind of pushing it, especially if you don't have this enduring or any kind of assault damage control. So the assault damage control is a must-have if you're going to be doing hordes and patrols, just for the fact that it buys you an extra 11 seconds. Okay, so if a carrier spawns, you need that extra tank to keep you alive, especially if you didn't notice it right away. So if the carrier is already webbing you by the time you decide to go in the line to dock up, that's bad. Okay, that means that you're probably gonna die. You should have been paying attention to the spawns. I'm bad for this too. Okay, don't get me wrong. I've lost countless Ishtars for not paying attention. But basically, if you're ratting, especially in a system where the goons are going to be coming in every 5 minutes, you want to be paying attention. Okay, don't walk away from your computer. So my advice to you is that, sorry, I'm gonna take a while to explain this, but this is knowledge you need to know if you're gonna save yourself from losing a 1.1 Bilisk ship. Okay. So number one tip I can give you guys is it takes 20 minutes to run a site. Okay, whether you're doing a patrol or a horde, the hordes take a little bit longer, but only by a minute or two. As soon as you jump into the horde and you start it, you want to kill the frigates. Okay, if you go into a horde and it's the regular horde that has the 4 structures with the 1 structure in the middle, you'll know when you get to it. That's the best one to do. That one, you kill the frigates that spawn at the start. Alright, so as soon as you pop in, there'll be frigates, battleships, cruisers. Kill the frigates. Okay, they're gonna scram you. The trick that I'm gonna show you with the drones, you don't want to count on that 100% because, especially at the start, they'll just target whatever the first thing that targets you is, and then they'll split up after that. But there's not a guarantee that they're gonna go after the frigates first. So you definitely want to take out the frigates first. Once those frigates are gone, only in the site that I specified with the 4 structures and the 1 structure or the structure in the middle, whatever, it's like multiple structures, but you'll see it's a square essentially. It's called a horde. As soon as you take out the frigates, you basically don't have to worry about anything for 15 minutes, except for neutrals, of course. Because in 15 minutes, you'll be getting to the last spawn. Okay, so at the last spawn, you want to be eyes glued to the, here, I'll undock here for a sec. So you want to have your eyes glued to the overview, and you want to have the overview set preferably to the PvP aspect. Right here, so PvP tab, you want to be on that, and you want to have your tab set to organize by tag, so that the NPCs will all be at the top of your overview here, especially if you don't have as much room open as possible. Okay, so we have a Newton system. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys because there is a Newton system. I don't know how long he's going to stick around me running a horde, but I will definitely explain it regardless. Okay, so next trick I'll get back to the fitting in a second. Sorry guys. I'll put in the comments where you can skip to just get to the fittings if you want that. But the trick I'm going to show you here with the drones is you want focus fire off, so you don't want that checked. You want that off. And what this will do is that the geckos or heavy drones, whichever ones you decide to use, will automatically go after the larger ships, so like the larger NPCs, so the battleships, battle cruisers, whatever's left on the field. So they'll go after the battleships essentially. And the other three, so right now I'm using two geckos, augmented oculite, and I prefer using two augmented infiltrators, but right now I'm just kind of split between the two, just because I had to run to Jita and get some more drones and null set crap. Uh, so yeah, anyway, the smaller drones will go after the cruisers and frigates primarily. The only time they won't do this is if the only thing targeting you is a battleship and there's nothing smaller than that currently. Then they will go kill the battleship. But once the battleship's dead, then they will split up and go after, um, seeing as if other smaller stuff is targeting you, they will go after those instead. But the geckos will always go after the battleships unless the same reason happens, something small is targeting you, no battleships are targeting you, then they'll kill a small thing first, and then they'll go after. But good news is with this fit, because the Ishtar gets bonuses, so here, hold on. The Ishtar gets bonuses to heavy drone, maximum velocity, and tracking, which means your heavy drones are harder to hit. So the NPCs will not target your drones, especially not your heavy drones, unless you get the odd glitch here and there, which you just pull your drones back in and then send them back out. But it happens maybe once every 100 sites, um, and that takes care of that. So if they do target your drones, pull them in, and then send them back out as soon as they target your ship. Okay, so um, sorry if I'm talking fast. I'm trying to shorten the video here so it doesn't take up too much time. But yeah, so that's the trick. Toggle focus fire off. Your drones will split up and they'll be more efficient at killing stuff. Because your small drones kill the small shit better than your big drones, and your big drones kill the big shit better than your small drones. So do that. It'll also help you from getting warped and scrammed if you're not paying attention. Um, yeah, so there you go. Let me know if you want me to organize a video where I talk about the different sites that you can run here. Um, or if there's anything that I didn't clarify too much in this video, please point that out. Anyway, let's get into the fittings here. So we've got, so in the high slots this is optional, but I mean, yeah, you can at least salvage the sentients when they spawn. So if sentient spawns in your site, you don't have to reship and then come out and salvage it. So that's why I got these. You're still cap stable with them on, so if you want, you can put a mobile tractor depot down, orbit it at 1,000 if you're doing the smaller sites, and salvage everything that comes in. Also, so I've got EM shielding because I'm in drone space. Depending on whether you're in Garista or Bloods, you might want to change your resistances. And then Republic Fleet. These are relatively cheap for the amount of bonus tank they give you. So go ahead and pick up the Republic Fleet large shield extenders, 2 of them. And then primarily you want this Afterburner, just because of the extra speed it gives you. It is necessary for the tank. Okay, if you're doing horde sites, even with this fit, if you spawn every single wave at once, you're gonna go into 20% shields. Okay, it's not a guaranteed, and my skills are pretty high, and I get into 20%. But then again, I don't focus the cruisers, so like my shields just continuously go down. So you're a buffer. You have a long time to react if your shields are getting low to get the fuck out if you need to. But on a regular basis, if I'm orbiting at 15 kilometers, which what I'll do, I'll orbit the center structure at 15 kilometers, and I'll have the afterburner on constantly. So, oh, okay, so the neutral's gone here. So I'm gonna go ahead and warp to a site. Hopefully there's nobody in a horde right now.
Warp drive active.
And I'll show you guys this. So another trick I do is I highlight the local. So if a neutral pops in, it's more noticeable. Okay. And you'll see I'll continuously highlight that as people pop in and out of system. As far as the rig slots go, you want medium core defense field purgers 2, so that'll give you the buffer, or not the buffer, sorry, the regeneration for your shields to keep your buffer up in case a carrier spawns. You want to stay as close to 100% shields or 80% shields as possible. Okay, so oh shit, there's a carrier here. Okay, let's warp back.
Warp drive active.
See, so first thing I noticed here, there's a carrier, so I definitely don't want to run this. Okay, so he didn't get a chance to web me, so that's good. See, so the align time, that proves right there that the align time, if you notice the carrier's on field, you will get out before it has a chance to lock you. As soon as you notice uh, that it pops up on field. So that's where the align time comes in. It locks you up around 10 seconds. So if you don't have 10 seconds, yeah, sorry, you're going to get locked up. And then you better hope you have a good tank if you want to get out in time. Okay, so let's go to another horde. I think that was the one here. So if I'm going to try to ignore that, but I don't want to ignore it if it's not the one. So if I go there again, I'll ignore it. Yeah, so if you do pop into a site and there's a carrier, you want to right click and go ignore result. That way you don't end up flying to the same carrier site and potentially dying like I have in the past because I wasn't paying attention to what was already on field. Okay, so hopefully this is a new fresh site. Nope, it's not a fresh site, and somebody left a drone here. That's unfortunate. What is it? Praetor 2. Okay, it's not worth very much, so I'm just gonna leave. Alright, let's go to the next horde. I want to show you guys like a fresh horde here. So.
Warp drive active.
I'm pretty sure it was the first one I went to that had the carrier. Alright, okay, so back to fittings. So we got drone link, Augmentor 2s. Sorry I'm jumping back and forth, that's part of my ADHD. Okay, so this isn't the preferred site to run. The only problem with this site is that the warp scram and web frigates pop up constantly, but I'll do it anyway. So we'll orbit that at 15. We'll go ahead and launch drones. You preferably want to launch drones first so that they start targeting these turrets. So what I'll do now is I'll just lock up the turrets because they're going to go for this cruiser here and I don't want that to die first. So go ahead, engage the turret. So when you go to this site, which is the shittier horde, you want to kill the turrets before you kill the cruiser. If you're not positive you have enough tank to just tank everything that's on field. So I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, nice. Skill points. Alright, so that there. Okay, so then here I've got the FFR, enduring assault damage control to buy you the extra 11 seconds of a carry response on field. Sentient drone damage amplifier. Like I said, you can downgrade that to a Tech 2. So I got 3 of those. Caldari Navy shield power relay. So I have 2 of those. That just gives you the extra tank buffer, so you can stay above 80%, or above 60%. I find is about the average of where you're going to be at. Okay, so that basically covers the fitting. I covered the drones. Okay, so we'll shut that off so you guys can see the resistances here. Yeah, so as you can see, your EM resistance is going to be a little low, but that's fine because you're still going to have enough buffer to keep yourself tanked through everything. And the reason that I orbit at 15,000 is so that you keep your speed over 600. It'll climb up to around 600 in a second. Yeah, so sorry, I thought somebody was coming in. I think I have some people coming to look at the place today, and they might interrupt this video. Hopefully not. Okay, so go ahead and close that. I think that covers everything. What do I have in here? Just some random fittings. Okay. I do have some stuff in my cargo. Should probably get that out of there. Yeah. So that covers that. Oh yeah, targeting range is 96 kilometers, which is really good. Your drones can fly out to 88. So if you do need to do like a wide angle because your tank isn't that good, then you can do that. Alright, oh, I should be killing these frigates. Yeah, you don't want to leave those frigates because they slow you down. They let your, like, there's only 3 battleships here, so I'm not too worried about the tank. But if a neutral comes in the system, or a carrier spawns while you're webbed and scrammed, you're fucked, essentially. You basically, only chance of survival is to take those frigates out before you die. So you definitely want to take them out as soon as possible. So as soon as you see The strain, infestor, strain, splinter. Um, those are big red sign that those frigates need to be taken off the field. If it's a strain fish something, those ones are okay. You'll be able to tell because any of them that look like these right here, those are the only ones that weapon scram you. So you have to take those out in drone space. Okay. This video is primarily focused on drone space. There are better ships to fly in Blood and the whatever the MR space is. So go ahead, we'll take this out. Is there anything else I need to explain to you guys? So I explained how to highlight this, did that. Yeah, I guess that's it. Alright, let's listen to some music and enjoy the show, and I'll show you guys my setup after the video. I am immortal, I'll never fade away. I'm a legacy that lives beyond, far beyond the grave. Actually, I could probably just set up my camera right now and do that while you guys are watching me.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so quickly discuss what just happened here. So I seen the neutral come in the system and it stuck out like a sore thumb, alright? So immediately align to the structure, recall your drones, and then warp to 0. If you're in a system where this happens a lot, you don't have to worry about docking up. Alright, just pay attention. If they try to knock you off structure, then dock up. But primarily they'll just be passing through, so the newts will just come in, they'll take a look around, they'll see, hey, no targets, everybody's just kind of sitting outside the structure, so we're not going to kill them today. And then they'll just be on their way. So I primarily try not to go back to the same site that I was just running previously, because what they'll do is they'll descan you, and they'll see which site you're in, and then they'll see you warp off, right? So they'll see like, oh, there's somebody in the site, and then when they scan, nobody's there. Oh, he left. Okay. So then they'll leave system, and they'll immediately turn around, or they'll wait like a minute or 30 seconds or something. They'll immediately turn around, come in the system, and then go straight to that site, saying, oh, he went back to the site, and they'll catch you, and yeah, because you're probably in warp to the site when they come into system, so then you're like, oh fuck, okay, so I've got to go dock up. But by the time you land on the site, if they're in an interceptor or something, they'll be there waiting for you. So you're kind of fucked. So yeah, if you see neutrals come into system and they do that a lot, or even if they don't do that a lot, try not to go back to the same site that you were just running. Try to go to a different site so that you don't get caught out. Alright, so yep, let's do this again, and let's listen to a couple seconds of a YouTube commercial, because YouTube sucks, and then we'll get back to the music.
This is the first smart wallet. It's really, really handy. Really handy, in fact.
I cannot tell you how cool.
Okay, since YouTube wants to put another commercial in there, I'm just gonna go ahead and say something. Yeah, so this system has a multiplier of 179.4%. So it's good. It's good. That means every battleship I kill is essentially worth 2 million ISK. So yeah, I'm looking at 8 million ISK in just this one spawn alone. So it's good. What else? Let's see. I mean, that speaks for itself. You run a site in 20 minutes. Maybe a little over, so let's say, well, this one should be about 21 minutes. But, yeah. I mean, this is like, what? 40 million ISK per site? 38 million ISK, something like that. And you could run 3 sites in an hour. Seeing if no nudes come in, and, yeah, you don't have any problems, so that's almost 120 mil every hour. It's pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the site. Let's listen to another 5 seconds of a commercial here, and go back to music.
What's going on? I go by the name of Chris Ludacris Bridges. I'm a rapper, actor, and today...
Yeah, we don't care. Yeah. Fireworks. Hell yeah.
You're not my kind. You're not my kind. You're not my kind. You're not my kind.
Yeah, so just a quick mention. The computer setup that I have is it consists of the Samsung Odyssey G9, which is I think the newest, most expensive model of monitor that can come out. So that's the bottom one. That's the curved one. When I bought it, it was about $2,000. I don't know what it's at now, but definitely take that one. Take a look at that one. It's an amazing monitor. Okay, unfortunately, it's not 4K, but it's somewhere between how is it 1080 plus and 4K. So it's 1444 by 5720, I think. It's very good quality, actually. It's, like I said, just below ultra high definition, and it also has HDR mode, which I don't have enabled because my graphics card is only a 10,000 series. Currently running a GTX 1080 Ti, and so it works really good, but I just can't run the HDR.
Hello
which,
again, I'm back.
oh, hold on. I have my comms open.
Hello, Mr. Black.
Alright, there we go. I muted those guys. I don't want nothing spilling into this video. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so 3 battleships left. Everything's good. No sentient spawns. No more neutrals kick me out of the site, so it's going good. I'm still going to be over the 20 minutes of site because I'm 1 neutral, but should still be close to about 25 minutes, I think. That's not too bad. So I got 1 tick for 11 million so far. If it wasn't for that neutral, that tick probably would have been up to 13, 14 mil. But these are the bad hordes. These are the ones you don't want to run. So you only make about 23 mil with only 100% multiplier. So running this site in 25 minutes with the extra 80% multiplier, I'm probably gonna make about 40 mil, just under 40 mil, just for this one site. So it's very good ISK, very good ISK. 25 minutes, make 40 mil. Okay, all I had to do was go into a site and sit here and stare at a screen, so not too bad. Yeah, so I do recommend if you downgrade any of these modules, you don't downgrade the tank, okay? It's worth spending the extra, I think like 300 mil ISK for the Afterburner plus the faction shield rigs, or shield stuff in the Tech 2 rigs. Definitely worth keeping the tank. That'll cost you a ship if you don't. Okay, I'm telling you right now. If you downgrade the tank to Tech 2, unless you're on point, you're probably going to lose a ship. Okay. All it takes is for 1 horde, like the good hordes, not this style of horde, to spawn 20 battleships at once, and you're going to watch your shields start to go down a lot faster than you're used to, and yeah, you're not going to get out of the site in time. Anyway, so that site's done. Did I get anything? Did I get a sentient, anything like that? Nope. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and dock up after these drones get in. So go ahead, dock up. Boom.
Warp drive
And I'm off the
active.
field within 8 seconds, I think. Yeah. And there we go. Very safe ship. Good way to make money. Very hard for PvPers to catch you. But it is expensive. But you know what? Who cares? If somebody told me I could get into a 10 billion-esque ship and make 10% of that initial cost
Docking request accepted.
every day without the risk of losing the ship, I'd say hell yeah. Yeah, I'm spending 10 bill on the ship that I won't lose. Well, you know, there's no risk. As long as you're paying attention, man. That's the biggest thing. Do not walk away from your computer when you're doing this. You will die. Okay. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comments. And, yeah, see you guys in space. Bye-bye.